Here we go, let's cast this game. Welcome everybody! Welcome everybody to Star-Crossed Kings Volume 3, starting up once again in anticipation of the glorious, mysterious June 23rd patch, Company of Heroes 2, whose date we know, but whose content we do not. We are going to wait with bated breath for the new patch by, of course, entertaining ourselves with another volume of Star-Crossed Kings, which is beginning right now. We're going to see Lewted Hose, who we all know and love, up against Ferwiner, who is also a former Star-Crossed Kings contender, both veterans, both players that have not quite succeeded in taking the throne before, but one of them's going to now. Two failed challengers go in, one king will emerge, and we will be off to the beginning of Star-Crossed Kings' first reign. We're going to see Lewted Hose playing as Oster in the south, and Ferwiner playing as Rifle Company U.S. forces in the north. Lewted has insta-locked Jaeger armor, interestingly enough, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We're going to see him sending all of his forces initially towards the right side. Pyos and two squads of Grens up against one squad of Riflemen. It looks like he will take this engagement. This squad of Riflemen slow to get in range to support. Riflemen focusing down the Pyos initially as they try and get into close range. Lewted makes a late retreat right there. They may not even get away. They do. The Riflemen switched targets. This squad of Riflemen going down very quick. This squad of Grenadiers also going down pretty quick, but I do think Lewted will take this engagement. He retreats all of his squads just in time. This squad of Grenadiers still has yellow cover. Riflemen are down to about half health. Yep, with that snipe, Grenadiers have definitely won this engagement. For the right side fuel, Ferwiner will be forced to retreat with a lot of initial manpower bleed, putting Lewted in a pretty strong position here. MG42 has also been deployed to the right side. Everything going hard right for Lewted Hose, which will get him that fuel point, but he doesn't have much map control anywhere else. One veteran squad of Riflemen went left with rear echelon troops, and all territory over here is getting captured quite quickly. The MG42 making its way up the right side, and Grenadiers also taking control the right side fuel point. These squads reinforcing here in the base since he took such heavy bleed there in the very opening engagement. It's going to actually cost him quite a lot in reinforcement. That might slow down his M20 a little bit, maybe. Just looking at his manpower right now, it looks like, and I think he is going to go M20. It looks like it's going to be maybe a little bit late, reinforcing both of these squads to full, getting the lieutenant now, and this squad of Grenadiers encounters some rear echelon troops over here on the left side. They activate volley fire, but I don't think it's going to kick in. They're sniping them too quickly. These Riflemen are making their way into the cutoff house, and they may be able to put pressure on it. And Grenadiers are going to force the rear echelon troops over there to retreat. They leave the house and start putting pressure on the cutoff, and Pyos move to grab the victory point. Grenadiers moving to support them as well. MG42 is pulled way back, not available to defend during this. Hi, Leon. Hi, Panzerschützen.
Orders incoming! Capture complete!
Grenadiers are forced to retreat in this engagement, falling dangerously low. Round the corner and will get away just in time. And Lieutenant plus Riflemen are getting everything over there on the right side under control, because Lewted didn't have his machine gun available anywhere to support or suppress massed infantry. He just got pushed off the field, didn't really have that much over there, will be forced to pull back and reinforce, but he does have two squads heading left to get this, and he's got the pretty standard core of 3 Grenadiers plus MG42, throwing up healing in the base and going up to battle phase 1. Meanwhile, the M20 is a little late, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. It's now in production. And once that comes out, Lewted's gonna have to find a way to deal with it. Spends his first 60 munitions on healing, which is a little early to get healing. Generally, I think it's better to get a flamethrower first. I think I've mentioned that before. Spending your first 60 on healing means you don't have that much firepower, literally. And having a flamethrower, especially for this situation, is very useful. So, Lewted's going to be struggling a little bit. M6 mine going down pretty early here in the road while Ferwiner has space. Lewted continues to slowly capture territories on the left side. And this push that he's making towards the building will probably fail. He can't really just smash into this house without some sort of tougher building counter. M20 bleeds these squads a little bit as well, and riflemen are now rotating left to try and push Lewted back into the base. There's tier 2. He may go scout car, and if he does, maybe he'll want to go minesweeper. Either way, he needs to spend munitions on something. Grenadiers making a bit of a late retreat. There is an M20 in their retreat path. There they go. Nope, they'll probably get away. There's the AT gun for Lewted, which he's getting after the 3 Grenadier MG42 opening. That will help push the M20 back. Both squads of Grenadiers push back into the base. And that's a lot of bleed. That's 90 on each of those squads to get them reinforced up to full. M20's not going to chase any further with the 3rd squad of Grenadiers available to protect. It's going to back off. AT gun's about to hit the field, but Lewted is pretty much in his base. Entire map has been captured here by Ferwiner. Needs to find a way to get it back under his control. Machine gun has not really done anything, which is Lewted's biggest problem. He's never set it up in a way that actually helped him defend or hold any territory. Just slowly got pushed completely off the map, in part due to the fact that his machine gun was never really in good position, and in part due to the fact that he could not maintain control of this building. He spread himself out. Half of his forces is right, half of his forces left. Ferwiner had no problem pushing that back into the base completely. AT gun is not really in position for this M20 right here. Panzerfaust will damage its engine. If the AT gun had been available for that engagement, I think there's a decent chance of that being destroyed. It looks like it's one AT gun shot from being killed. I don't know why it's not moving. There it goes. Late to support in that engagement. There's already an 8-minute major on the field, and Ferwiner has 45 fuel coming in there. There's going to be a Sherman out way before Lewted is ready. One AT gun is not enough protection at all. He really needs to make a dramatic turnaround. Doesn't have a lot of time to do it. MG42 suppresses a couple squads. M20 is pulling back with engine damage. If Grenadiers chased it down, they could probably finish it off with a Panzerfaust. There's not that much available to defend over here. There's a flamethrower rifleman here. Another squad in the building. Major's over here, so not that many of Ferwiner's forces available for the engagement over here, and it's costing him the fight. Rear echelon troops looks like they're going to get wiped. Made a late retreat right there, and there they go. Riflemen will get away. The M20 crew popped out and applied duct tape, so the vehicle has its engine repaired and will get to safety. Our 2 squads of infantry here to contend against Lewted's Grenadiers. The MG42 is moving up to try and suppress this group. They are a little bit spread out, though. It looks like Lewted should be able to win this engagement if he can just get his machine gun to start firing. Otherwise, he might be forced to retreat. That squad has to get out of there. It's fallen too low. The lieutenant is also quite low and will be forced to retreat. Hopefully. There he goes. Grenadiers look like they might be able to get this fuel point captured, but reinforcements are on the way. 2 squads of rifle flamethrowers moving up on the flank, which will put the AT gun, machine gun, and Grens here in extreme danger if support doesn't come out of the Oster base very soon. Looted's second tier 2 unit will be Panzer Grenadiers. His decision to do that Will actually win him the engagement for the right side cutoff right here. The squad inside the building has left, so Panzer Grenadiers plus Piles will be able to get this territory under their control, but everything else over here. Wow, that really lucky RNG for Lewted though. Grenadiers plus machine gun get a really lucky flamethrower pop on that squad on the right, which will retreat, and this one will get suppressed by the machine gun too, and Lewted will hold this line. Gets this cutoff restored and fuel coming back in. Sherman is in production though. Once that Sherman comes out, Lewted's going to have an entirely new set of problems that he has to deal with other than just rifle flames, flamethrowers. A T-gun is working on the munitions point. Machine gun is going to rotate to engage against these riflemen over here. These two squads. Need to get moving. Machine gun just walked right into that flamethrower. Major's retreat point has been set up right by the building here on the road, which is seemingly kind of a dangerous place to set up, but Lewted doesn't really have anything with which to get aggressive against this position anyway. Ferwiner will still continue to be the aggressor unless Lewted can make it to tier 3, which he is going to, I think, try to do? No. Oh, spend his fuel on a half-track, not battle phase. Not battle phase 2. Sherman finds the Panzer Grenadiers over here on the right side, which don't finish capturing the fuel point. Turn to fire on these riflemen despite being under Sherman fire. Fortunately, most shots have missed. A squad of riflemen got wiped over here when another flamethrower burst. Wow, I can't believe how rapidly these flamethrowers are bursting this game. Panzer Grenadiers do have to retreat from the Sherman. Panzer Faust on the Sherman right there to force it back for repairs to its engine, and the 18 gun is going to rotate towards the right side. The M20 moves to harass over here on the left and forces everything to retreat. I don't think Lewted has lost a full squad yet. No, he hasn't. He's lost nothing. His opponent has lost one full squad of riflemen and his rear echelon troops. M20 looking for opportunities in the back. Will spot the half-track right there. The 18 gun continues its advance. Sherman is receiving repairs from the vehicle crew here in the north, and these three squads taking control of everything left. But the victory point drain against Lewted has slowed, and he does have a fuel point under his control.
Yes.
And a lot of squads here in his base.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Two of which it looks like he's going to send left. Which is going to mean he has a pretty weak front line over here on the right side. This AT gun is looking dangerously unsupported. Teller mine in front of it though. These two squads of Grenadiers move to engage against riflemen right there. And the Sherman rotates right to chase away a squad of Grens, which he will do successfully. The AT gun should really consider moving back to a more safe location. It's extremely exposed. Almost completely unsupported over here on the right side and way too close to this Teller mine. That Sherman's gonna find it. Panzer Grenadiers go in on the rifle squad here in the middle. And the AT gun is destroyed entirely because of how close it was to that Teller mine. Sherman drives right over the Teller mine, and the AT gun is destroyed. If the AT gun had been positioned pointing at the Teller mine from a safe distance, that might be a dead Sherman right now. That is a tragedy.
Grenadiers reporting. Grenadiers.
We are losing.
Lewted will field a new AT gun to try and replace that loss, and Ferwiner is going to get that Sherman repaired, and his second one is also on its way to the battlefield. Two squads of Grens that are trying to harass left seem to be making slow progress, forcing one squad to retreat, bringing this lieutenant squad low, getting a little bit of territory captured. The half-track is going to move right to support a machine gun and Pios. Oh no! Oh my god. Half-track might be destroyed by this anti-tank grenade. Falls low, came extremely close to hitting that mine right there, trying to plant his own Regal mine in the road. The machine gun in the building will pin that squad of riflemen, and they've got to retreat back to the major. White phosphorus being deployed on the building to force it out. Grenadiers continue engaging over here on the left side, take a little bit of damage, but force a retreat from a lieutenant before one squad retreats themselves. Grenadiers are just going to stick in yellow cover right now. Panzer Grenadiers working on a rifleman squad. are forced to retreat.
Grenadiers ready.
And the half-track has engine damage, needs repairs. Still no flamethrower or minesweeper on Lewted's Pios. He needs both. There's the second Sherman. AT gun gets caught completely unsupported over here on the right side and will be easy for those Shermans to decrew or destroy.
Sherman, ready for action. Good fucking hit.
And there it goes. Third AT gun on the field for Lewted. He's now going to have to find some way to recover this, force those Shermans off the right side, and get a victory point more firmly under his control.
Seizing a sector.
At full strength.
Ready.
Defense that one go right by me.
The enemy has broken
Lieutenant
our supply
cruise the
lines.
18 gun and we'll start getting that back to the American front line. Sherman's taking shots at range, aren't really connecting. AT gun moves up to take shots through the arch. Forces that Sherman to reposition a little bit. 2 shots connect. Lewted has gone back to holding basically no territory. He's up to 140 fuel, so he might start taking battle phase 2 soon, but most of his units just idle in the base right now. The 2 squads he did commit to that engagement. Ooh, threw a bundle grenade, and did that wipe something? Yes, wiped another rifle squad. So, other than losing AT guns, Lewted hasn't lost anything. But losing 2 AT guns is generally absolutely catastrophic. Ferwiner, on the other hand, has lost 3 full squads. And the half-track does hit the M6 mine there in the road. Gets destroyed after contributing basically nothing to the entire fight. Never used as a effective forward reinforced point, really. Never really managed to do anything. Grenadiers forced to retreat, get caught by a blob of infantry here as well. They're certainly not going to make any progress on that front. These squads making their way to rotate back left. Lewted is running out of units, or not, actually not really units, but time. Running out of time. His ability to maintain map control is just terrible because of the mobility and firepower of these Shermans that he doesn't have that effective of a counter to. It looks like they're going to try and go in hard on the base right now while they have a bit of an opening. The AT gun is exposed to infantry from the left side, and if that gets cleared, the Shermans will be almost completely uncountered in Lewted's base. There it goes. Another 4th AT gun is in production. But it looks like this might be the game. In all likelihood, since I don't really know what Lewted can do about this.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready. That's a heavy machine gun. Our HQ is under attack.
Easy 8 on the field now. AT gun takes a shot at the Shermans, and it looks like they're both going to pull back for repairs again. Infantry have taken all territories on the left side and forced infantry back into the base. So, Ferwiner is definitely going to take this game. There's, at this point, I'm pretty sure nothing Lewted can do about that, which means he will have a 486 VP victory in Game 1 as allies. Lewted may struggle to top that in Game 2. I don't know. I think he's more of a Soviet player. I think. Not 100% sure about that. Clearly his Oster Jaeger armor versus Ferwiner's rifle company just wasn't able to stack up. I think slightly better AT gun positioning might have helped him out this game, but
Dangerous situation. 100 points remaining.
I think not just AT gun positioning, but also Just better building control. Need to keep more of his forces in the same area. Maximize his chances of winning early engagements. Because he lost so much map control early on, even if he had handled the engagements against those early Shermans extremely well, he's probably just going to get outproduced. His opponent having 45 fuel coming in for as much time as he did is probably more than anything what really cost Lewted this game. This building in particular is very important to maintain control of. Some ways to do that are an earlier minesweeper, maybe a mortar. Barbed wire, of course, can help.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
The capture point is being overrun.
Crew ready.
Triple cap getting set up by riflemen over here on the right side again.
Veteran team promotion.
Heavy MG! Suppressive fire!
What the hell am I meant to do with these?
Take it right over here! Objective secured! Field promotion!
Grab your shit down to 50 points. I say again.
Another feeble
Germans
counterattack
have
by
50
Lewted,
points left.
easily
Rounds
shut
are
down by the
taking
tanks
one
and
of our
defending
points.
riflemen. At this point, you can pretty safely surrender.
Ground's ours. Now spread out.
Nothing. There's
Armor here.
there's no miracle comeback that is even theoretically possible at this point. I don't think. Why do you need my help, World Renown? What can I help you with?
Send your orders.
You're a great Koju player, but you need streaming and video help.
Under fire. Set over. They only have 10 points. Tank support is here. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Not sure how those two statements are related.
Bail out! Bail!
There it is, 486 victory point. Victory. See if Lewted can do any better in game 2.